This is a really new story. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to a lady who lived in our house when she was a teenager, and she said, we just used to come out into the back lane and there was a really high wall there, and it was stables. And it was the stables to do with the coal yard, and there was an enormous horse lived in the stables, and he pulled the carts with the coal and everything, and he was called Recklaw, like the walkers backwards. Yeah, and she said she had 5 sisters, and they used to come out into the lane, and they used to shout for him. They used to shout Recklaw, Recklaw for this horse. Now, I say this is a new story I've just discovered. Isn't it lovely?
Yes.
So I want to find out. There must be some newspaper cuttings about him, because apparently he was the biggest horse in York. He was the biggest horse in York. He was a Clydesdale, great big Clydesdale horse. Yeah, so it must be, be up here sort of horse. Yeah, really muscular.
First sold in the 1890s, bile beans were lucrative laxative cure-all pills which claimed to include a secret ingredient known only to Aboriginal Australians.
In the 1940s, before the NHS, Dr P and Dr G had surgery on Lord Mayor's Walk. Dr P was not as popular as Dr G. Dr G was younger and waited longer for his money and didn't refuse to come out if you'd not been able to pay your bill.
Bile beans and Dr G remind us of the importance of care and well-being, but also how illness and pain are inevitable aspects of living in the world. Indeed, could we honestly live in an ailment-free life? And therefore it's surely right that all healthcare is free. Thought to be a Roman road, an ancient right-of-way to and from York, Groves Lane, where you are now, has been walked upon for more than 2,000 years. Apparently, ghostly Roman legions stomp along it still. Here now, where the cars do park, once stood rows of terraced houses, demolished in the 1960s as part of a larger nationwide slum clearance. Imagine the rows and rows of front door steps, scrubbed to within an inch of their life, washing lines filled with brilliant white bleached terry cloth nappies, proudly scrubbed clean, flapping in the wind.
There was that police box on Haxby Road. The officer would sit there all night. Every night we'd be playing in the street, playing ball, but you wouldn't get in trouble because you'd get a clapper. Buying sanitary products in the 1950s was a very complicated affair. You had to ask for a bag of dog biscuits. The shopkeeper went to the back of the shop and brought out a closed brown paper bag and passed it over quietly.
Why were such products hidden and traded in secret code? Have things changed? Are we still in denial about the things our bodies do?